Hey guys, this is Richard from Homework Hookup doing another ASVAB math video. This is from the Arithmetic Reasoning section of the exam, and here's the problem. So the problem says the absolute value of the quantity of 5 plus a number equals 10. Which of the following options is the correct solution set for the above equation? Give us the answers right below, and we basically need to figure this out. So let me give us some room here. We need some room. Yeah, there we go. That's about good. Okay, so let me switch back to pen mode. There we go. Okay, so to do this, we need to understand what absolute value means. So essentially what absolute value means, this is what it looks like as a symbol. Okay, absolute value. I'm just going to put abs val for absolute value. So essentially what it means is whatever number is here, we just look at it as just a number. We don't care if it's negative or it's positive. So for instance, the absolute value of negative 3 would just be 3. And then the absolute value of 3 is just 3. We just care about the number. We don't necessarily care about the sign in front of it. So just think of absolute value like distance. Distance can never be negative, right? You can either go, a positive distance in one direction or, in another direction, but distance is usually never negative. So now that we understand that, this is how you do this problem. So let's read the problem. So it says the absolute value of the quantity of 5 plus a number. So we have the number 5, and we're adding it to a number that we don't know. I'll just say n for the number, and this is equal to 10. So where the absolute value comes into play is that if we read the first part again, it says the absolute value of the quantity. So everything after that, after the of in the sentence, is going to be an absolute value. So 5 plus n is what's going to be an absolute value. Whoops, didn't mean to do that there. Okay. That's the n, guys, so let's just pretend. We might need a little bit more room. Okay, there we go. Switch back to pen mode. Okay, so this is how you would do this problem. So again, absolute value just means the distance. So, or sorry, not the distance. It just means, literally the absolute value. We don't care about the sign. But in this case, to set up this problem, we need to solve it in two different ways. So the first way is just this. 5 plus n equals 10. We need to solve that. And then the other way is actually negative of 5 plus n equals 10. That should be a 10. Okay, and this is why. Because with absolute value, like I said, if you plug in a negative 3, it comes out as 3, and when you plug in a positive 3 key, it can come out as 3. So to accommodate, because we don't know which one's which, I also notice that this also doesn't look like a 10. There we go. So to accommodate, what we do is we solve for both cases, right? So we do the negative of what's inside, and then just what's inside normally. So the normal of what's inside is just 5 plus n. So we just solve for that. That's pretty easy, right? We just solve for n. We subtract 5 on both sides. This cancels, and then what we get is n is equal to 5. Okay, nothing big there. Okay, so now for this one, we have half our answers, but now for this one, what we have to do is we have to distribute this negative. So if we distribute the negative, what we get is we get a negative 5. Whoops. We go to eraser mode. There we go. We get a negative 5 minus a negative n equals 10. And again, this is just distributing the negative across. So now what we have to do is we have to get rid of this 5, but we add it this time. Okay, so we add it, cancels here of course, add a 5 here. So what we get is a negative n equals a positive 15. But we don't like our variable to be negative, right? What we're trying to solve for. So what we do is we divide both sides by negative 1. Okay, so what that does is it cancels the negative here, so we just get a positive n. And then over here, well, 15 divided by negative 1, it's going to be negative 15. Very good. So what our solution set should look like is negative 15 and a positive 5. And if we see, that is exactly negative 15 and a positive 5. That is right here. So this would be the answer for this one. So again, when we think of absolute value, you just want to think of, just basically just the number. or whatever they give you. But in this case, we had to solve it in two different ways because, again, you don't know which one, because these both will give you 3, right? So you have to solve for both. So I hope this helped. If you need any more assistance, or if you have a question on this problem, please feel free to leave a comment. Also, if you have any problems you want me to do, feel free to let me know in a comment as well, and like and subscribe if you like this video. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.